Hello, my name's James McLachlan, editor of Car Design News. Now, the Milan Designers Night with CDN and Maserati is nearly upon us. And we're going to be discussing the topic, rethinking luxury in automotive design, with an expert panel, including speakers from Mercedes-Benz, Maserati themselves, and our premier partner, Swarovski Mobility. So to whet your appetite, I caught up with Peter Widmann, Senior Vice President and Managing Director of Swarovski Mobility, to get his view on the brand's recent work, which marries decorative crystals with functionality. Enjoy, and we'll see you on the 16th of April at the Maserati showroom in Milan. Should be a good one. Peter, Swarovski Mobility we know Swarovski very well as a brand, of course, but the mobility side of things, perhaps not so much. So I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about what Swarovski Mobility actually does.
Absolutely. Thanks, James. And big thank you for actually having me here. I think everyone knows about Swarovski from the high street jewelry world, right? The shops that we do, or potentially from our what we call the B2B world, where basically we do crystals and integrate them with other brands. So this is a bit of our history, what we have done for almost the last 130 years. Now, Swarovski Mobility is basically our automotive arm. So we have a little business unit, very beautiful one that focuses fully and entirely on automotive, right? Where we try, and this is really our objective, we try to establish crystal as an interior and exterior design element for cars. And we have a dedicated, even a dedicated production facility to do that. That is IATF certified, and we've been relatively new in that field, a little bit more than a decade, but it's one of the areas that believe has got a lot of potential for us, but also for establishing basically crystal as an element in car design.
And let's talk a little bit about Crystallin Cardine, because it's not necessarily the material you would typically associate with car design or anything beyond sort of the more decorative ideas. But you guys have been able to infuse a kind of degree of functionality and technology into crystal. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, indeed. And that's actually one of the objectives that we have. We don't only want to be an aesthetical element within the car, but we want to also combine it with function. We put a lot of effort actually to do that in innovation, also pairing up with partners so that we can learn from each other. What we, for example, recently have launched and collaborated with Continental is to create a new form of a display. We call it the Crystal Center display, and we have just launched it at CES. Conti has presented it. We have even been awarded with a prize for that. For that integration, have been recognized as one of the CES Innovation Award honorees. Also in Milan, we plan to actually bring something.
Oh, can you tell? Well, I mean, this is a teaser, I suppose. So, how much can you tell us about what you're going to bring to Milan?
Well, basically, we have quite a history of being in Milan, of being at the Salone del Mobile, having a long history in the interior design world, actually, which I think Milan is fabulous and the Salone del Mobile is fabulous and known for. What we want to bring for Swarovski Mobility this year is actually an element for the vent, right? For the air vent, an innovative element that we plan to integrate with crystal. So something that we are quite excited about, a new innovation, so to speak.
Yes, no, and obviously the theme of the discussion is kind of, future of luxury, or the various different interpretations of luxury. Swarovski very much fits into that whole sphere. With that in mind, Peter, can I make a terrible pun and ask you to gaze into your crystal ball and tell us a little bit about what you see potentially evolving in the luxury sphere?
Now, obviously, there's elements in luxury that everyone would associate luxury with. There is, of course, and if I look into luxury brands, there is of course the elements of heritage. There's elements of craftsmanship, or we would call it savoir-faire. There is the element of quality, but also of legitimacy and heritage. This is more of the obvious ones. What I believe will become much, much more important moving forward in luxury, and it is, great luxury brands do that already really, really well, is strong brand storytelling on the one hand, but also, the creativity on the other. So storytelling and creativity, I believe, will become much more important in luxury moving forward.
Well, you're kind of
blessed. And great luxury brands do that already.
This is true, but you are blessed with an incredible history, well over 100 years. So there's no shortage of stories to tell. Well, and we're looking forward to hearing a little bit more and seeing you actually, because you're speaking on our panel discussion in Milan in the Salone. So really looking forward to seeing you there, and thank you for sparing some time today, Peter.
Same here. Looking forward to the event.